Okay, we're live again now. Mr. Mayor, we just have to come out of confidential.
Thank you, councillors. That concludes the confidential section of today's council meeting. Someone like to move that we move back into ordinary council. Councillor Larder, Councillor Wright, all in favour? That's carried unanimously. Councillors, we're now in ordinary council meeting. I ask the CEO to report on confidential. Mr. CEO.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In regards to item 13.1, Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project, I advise the council has resolved to receive this report for the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project from the Executive Director of Infrastructure. The council notes section 55.3.1 of the Local Government Act 1993 resolves as a result of a certain other extenuating circumstances, and that because the unavailability of competitive or reliable tenders, a satisfactory result would not be achieved by inviting tenders for the purchase of goods and services associated with the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project. That council notes the reasons for the council's decision that a satisfactory result would not be achieved by inviting tenders for the purchase of goods and services associated with the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project are that A, in September 2018, council issued an invitation for tenders relating to the resurfacing of the Tumut Bull Paddock and the Tumbarumba Sports Field, including the supply and installation of subsurface drainage and an automated sprinkler systems in tender 2018/07, and B, tender 2018/07 elicit no response from the market, and council was required to enter into direct negotiations with the service provider to procure the required goods and services. C, that the goods and services tendered for under tender 2018/07 were substantially similar to the goods and services that will be purchased in relation to the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project. And 4, the council considers it to be unlikely that there have been any changes in the market since the September 2018 that would result in tenders now responding to an invitation for tenders in respect to the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project. The council has significant data from the negotiation of the Tumut Bull Paddock, Tumbarumba Sports Field, Tumbarumba Showground resurfacing projects that can be used for referencing and benchmarking purposes in negotiating a contract with a service provider in relation to the purchase of goods and services associated with the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing project. And 6, the council delivering the project through a negotiated contract provides council the opportunity to complete the project within the required timeframes, in turn delivering significant benefits to council and community, with fields being available for use. Failure to meet the funding timelines could result in the funding being revoked. And 7, the council authorised the Chief Executive Officer to negotiate with, and subject to the successful outcome of negotiations, enter into a contract with XL Turf Pty Ltd for the purchase of goods and services associated with the Batlow Showgrounds resurfacing. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's what council resolved.
Thank you, Mr. CEO and councillors and watchers. That concludes today's council meeting. Thank you very much for your attendance.